What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for the last predicted lineup video of the season as Spurs face Leeds at Ellen Road this weekend. 4:30 kickoff on Sunday. Ryan Mason has taken his last pre-match press conference of the season, talking about Spurs' injury problems going into the last game, and what are they?
So Cuti Romero has definitely been ruled out of the last game of the season, along with Eric Dyer, who...
What, did Argentina have a game to play or something?
Apparently, yeah, exactly. He's got international duty. But Eric Dyer apparently is expected to be back for pre-season. He's not going to be seen for a few weeks. That goes along with Lloris, Cessna and Bentancur, who are all long-term injuries. Højbjerg is having a late fitness test, but is expected to be fit for the last game of the season.
All right, so we have gone for a 3-4-3 formation, reverting back to not last game, but the game before that. And in goal, we are going for Fraser Forster, seeing as he is our only option.
Yeah, and he's been able deputy, to be fair, Fraser Forster, and he's come in and done pretty well. I think he's going to have an important game this one because, you know, Sam Allardyce's side is always looking to make the most of set piece situations, and Forster's going to have to be on top of those.
Yeah, a bit of a shame that Hugo Lloris won't maybe get to say goodbye to the fans, could be his last game ever, or seeing as he's not going to play, he's probably played his last game ever, but it will be a shame after so many years of service he won't be able to say goodbye to the fans. Let's move over to right wing back, and we are going to go for Pedro Porro. Missed out last game.
He did. He was dropped after a poor performance against Aston Villa, but Dan Juma, we feel, didn't do enough to justify putting him back in the team. So we think Porro, who I think could have an important role to play in this game, will come back in the side. Yeah,
and especially with the frailties they have in their back line, he could be really important for us in this game. Moving over to the right centre-back, we are going to go for Emerson Royal.
Yeah, and he obviously started in a right-back spot last game in a 4-4-2, but we're thinking he's going to revert back to that kind of three-at-the-back system, a hybrid system with Emerson on as a right centre-back. So we're putting Emerson back in that role with Porro in front of him.
Yeah, and in the middle of the back three, seeing as Eric Dyer is out injured, Cuti Romero's out injured, it only leaves us with pretty much one option there, and that is Clement Longley.
Well, you're discounting Davinson Sanchez there, but yeah, we think Longley's come in and play that central role. Sanchez didn't have a great game ever, so we think Longley's going to reprise that role at centre back.
And then to make up that back three, we are going to go for Ben Davis. So a back three with Emerson Longley and Ben Davis.
Yeah, and Davis has been playing left wing back or left back for Ryan Mason, but we think he's going to go into this back into that left centre back role against Leeds United, and that's probably his best position.
And to make up that back line, a back five, we're going to go for Ivan Perisic at left wing back. Hasn't really been fancied under Ryan Mason as of yet.
Which is interesting because in his first two games against Man United and Liverpool, he played really well. And then since then, he's kind of just been fallen by the wayside. Maybe he doesn't quite fit what we want right now. But we're thinking he's going to maybe play his last game here for Spurs after maybe being shipped down the summer. We'll see. But left wing back, and hopefully he can have some attacking returns.
Yeah, let's run through that back line with you guys one more time. So in goal will be Fraser Forster, right wing back Pedro Porro, left wing back Ivan Perisic, centre backs Emerson Royal, Clement Longley and Ben Davis. In the midfield, the first player that we will be talking about will be Yves Bissouma.
Yeah, and he's been playing quite well the last couple of performances, albeit he has kind of ran out of steam once he's maybe started brightly and hasn't been able to keep it up. But maybe that comes with time, and maybe tomorrow will be another chance for him to get good minutes under his belt, and hopefully he can continue that level performance for longer.
Yeah, and I thought he played really well coming off the bench 2 games ago, and then last game against Brentford, I did think he was one of our better players on the day, albeit he did tire in that second half. But hopefully, like you say, he can have a better showing for the 90. Alongside him, we're going to go for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Missed out last game through to injury. We expect him to make it with the late fitness test tomorrow on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be interesting to see how he performs with Bissouma next to him as well. We think that Uli Skip hasn't had the best of times of late. Obviously, you saw how leggy he was when he got robbed on the edge of his own box for that third Brentford goal. So we're thinking Bissouma and Højbjerg will partner each other in this one.
Yeah, and it should be a strong duo, to be honest, because I think they both have different things where they can show. And I think it should be a good dynamic with Bissouma and Højbjerg in the middle of the park. Moving up to the attacking line on the right-hand side, we're going to talk about Dejan Kulusevski.
Yeah, and he started in the number 10 role last time out. Again, has been in great form. But Richarlison and Danjuma have flattered to deceive of late. So we think Kulusevski has probably been the brighter of the three, even the last few appearances. So we're thinking he's going to keep his place.
Up top, obviously, going to be Harry Kane. I mean, what was it, 28 or 29 goals at the moment?
28 Premier League goals.
So, I mean, a couple of goals, get to that big 30 mark, and it's an unbelievable season personally for him.
If he scores a hat-trick, it'll be his best ever goal-scoring season.
Unbelievable.
Which is mad to think about. Could well be his last game for the club. We're all praying that it's not. But if he does, I'm sure he'll want to go out with a bang, and I'm sure he'll be thinking, like, just in case it is, I want to put in an extra good performance. And he wants his numbers up, doesn't he? He wants another 30-goal season, doesn't he? So,
always.
Harry, of course, he's going to be starting.
And then to make up that final 11 on the left-hand side is obviously going to be Heung-min Son.
Yeah, and he's going to want to end the season well as well because he's been poor from his standards, albeit 10 Premier League goals. He's going to end the season with maybe an extra one if he does score against Leeds, but you can't drop Sonny. Even when he's not having great games like last week, he's still like one of our most dangerous players. Yeah. So he has to start.
All right, so let's run through that team with you guys one more time. In goal, Fraser Forster, a back three of Emerson, Longley and Davis. Perisic on the left, Porro on the right, with Højbjerg and Bissouma in the middle of the park, with an attacking trio of Kulusevski, Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. If this is the lineup, what's your score prediction?
I'm going to go 3-1 Spurs. I think that Leeds need to win, and that could cause some desperation. And with desperation comes throwing caution to the wind, and that causes gaps in an already poor defence. And I think we can exploit that. I know Leeds will be up for the fight, but I'm banking on the fact that they're going to be too desperate to be able to manage their defence properly. So I'm going for a 3-1 win.
Yeah, I'm going to go for, I said in the preview 2-1 to Leeds. I said in Predict the Prem 2-2. And I'm going to stick with 2-2, to be honest. I think there's going to be a game full of goals. Leeds' back line is nothing short of terrible, to be honest. But Spurs away from home have been nothing short of terrible as well. So I can see a lot of goals, but I can't see Leeds doing enough to stay in the Premier League. So I've gone for 2-2. Sim gone for 3-1 to Spurs. Let me know in the comment section below what you think the score's going to be and if you agree with our predicted lineup. Thank you, everyone, for watching today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.